So we are here early, waiting to get into Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you were a kid that grew up in the 70s, you had one desire in life, and that was to have your own lightsaber. Joe is going to fulfill that dream today by actually making a lightsaber, and the experience is going to be even more enhanced because our friend Sarah Franklin actually works here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and she works where they put the lightsabers together. Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we're preparing for the best weekend ever, you'll be alerted to it.
Super excited. I've spent the last 3 nights, like up until like 3 o'clock in the morning,
yes,
preparing our RV. Like, we have been doing major modifications. I mean, we got it back last Friday,
thankfully,
and we had a new roof put on it, or the roof repaired. Had a great trip driving over to the West Coast to pick it up with Chris and Miriam. We actually vlogged that trip. I'll leave a link for it up here. But now I've been upgrading the batteries and adding an inverter, and we're taking our RV to Orlando. So this is like the trial run on, like, can we do it? Like, we have a place to plug in at the campground. We're staying at Tropical Palms, which is part of the Encore and 1,000 Trails. We got a great deal on 1,000 Trails.
I can't wait to see if it's nice. And yes, you've been so busy. I'm having a double espresso just to keep up with you.
I know.
I don't think you've slept.
I haven't. I've slept like
days.
2 hours. Well, we're running out of time. And I'm so excited that, like, now that, like, conference season is over, we're going to start camping a lot. Like, I've got like 6 camping trips planned because with 1,000 Trails, we get free campgrounds. Like, so we can camp for free.
Why not? Sometimes we do better as far as like work-wise when we get away from things like laundry and just like the normal household
chores. And we can work on the road.
We can work on the road. But it's like sometimes if you work at home, let us know in the comments. If you work from home, what are some of the unique obstacles you have when you work from home? Like you think, well, if you work from home, you can just kick back. Actually, I feel like you kick it into extra gear.
My big problem with working at home is not that I get lazy and just want to watch TV. I'll tell you what happens with me with working from home. This is my biggest problem.
There's no end to the day.
Well, aside from that, I sit down, I start working on something, okay? And then I start thinking about another project that needs to get done. I'm like, oh, that won't take that long. And so I shift over to that project, and now that project takes all day. But meanwhile, I didn't finish this other, because I'm surrounded by different projects that all need to be done.
Right.
And so, yeah, I end up working on all these projects. And because I'm working from home, there is no end to the day. So the next thing I know, I'm still working at 2 or 3 in the morning, and then end up with 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and then want to know, why do I struggle to lose the 10 pounds that I want to struggle? Because I'm only sleeping 3 or 4 hours a night.
Well, and this is not a knock on you at all, but we're a couple. We've struggled with the same thing, and I go to bed without him. I mean, it's been a hard decision to be like, I'm going to go to bed whether he goes to bed or not. But I think it's been the key to me finally getting rid of those pounds that I was chasing. And
the thing about for us, for camping, at least for me, is it takes me out of this element.
Yeah.
And I tend to sleep better.
You do.
I may work on something on the computer, but then like close quarters. So like, we're in a couple's RV. It's only 26 feet long. So like I can only work on it so long. And then it's like, oh, well, my wife is right there. She's like, 20 feet away from me. And so I'm going to go lay down with her. So I put away stuff and there's not all of these other distractions. So I tend to sleep much better, which is again, why I want to go camping. So yeah, I've spent
the chicken schedule.
Yeah.
Goes dark. There's noises of night and it makes you want to go to bed.
Yeah. I've spent the last 3 nights getting the RV ready. We got all our solar panels on. We're going to run it through a test run. And even though we have a place to plug in, I'm going to try to not be plugged in all the time. I want to see like how long can we run our air conditioner on our batteries and that kind of stuff. Now Saturday we're going to a meetup in Claremont, so I'm super excited about that. But tomorrow, I don't want to. Are you
more excited about tomorrow than you are about Saturday?
I don't want to take away from the meetup because I am excited about the meetup. But tomorrow, my childhood is coming out. We are going to Hollywood Studios, and I am going to build a lightsaber because our friend Sarah, one of our subscribers, she actually has her own YouTube channel. She took us a couple of weeks ago. We went to see the Moana preview before it opened up because she works at Hollywood Studios, and she actually works at the shop, like the Navi shop or the Savi shop. I always say Savi and Navi. I don't know why. But she works at the shop where they build lightsabers, and she gave us like a sneak preview of the show. And I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So she's working tomorrow. So I'm going to go do it because I want Sarah to be the person that helps me build it.
I think that that's really cool. I think that's very,
so I'm a little more excited about this than the meetup. I know I shouldn't be, but I am. Because
you're getting to realize a childhood dream, something that a child dreams of.
This stuff didn't exist. Listen, I'm the original Star Wars geek.
Your own lightsaber is pretty cool. And then you add another element of the fact that you have friends now. You've made
and they're also
friends.
Star Wars geeks.
They're also Star Wars geeks, and you get to share in that moment together. Yeah. And I just think that is so special. I'm glad that I'm gonna be next to you while you do this. You've got to let me with your lightsaber a little bit. You're gonna have to let me get hands on that. Have you thought about what color?
No, not yet.
You're just gonna wait.
I'm gonna be in the moment
and see. Is it gonna be red? Is it gonna be a green one? Is it gonna be a blue one?
No, I don't want to pre-plan.
Just be there.
Of this.
I love it.
Now I was thinking about we're going to Hollywood Studios, and so far we have gone. And we did a full day of eating, what is the best thing to eat at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I want to do all the parks. What is the best thing? Can you stay keto in all of the different theme parks in Orlando? And so I was thinking, why don't we do one at Hollywood Studios? So we can kind of vlog our experience at Hollywood Studios, but also find what is the best thing to eat in Hollywood Studios? Now, do you have everything, or are you all packed?
I'm all packed, but I need to Disney up.
Disney up.
These are you can't, you got to pack your hats. You have all your hats. You can't be wearing a steak hat.
No, I'm wearing the steak hat intentionally. This is my...
Where's your Disney hat?
I have a Disney hat. I do not have a Star Wars hat, but I plan on fixing that this weekend. I'm going to get a Star Wars hat. This is the hat that I like to wear to theme parks to mess with people.
I would say make it a conversation starter.
Yes.
How about a conversation starter instead of a declaration of war? I'm gonna be making some sandwiches for the road, and I'm gonna be using our meat thins as the bread for our sandwiches. And today's sandwich is gonna be a muffaletta. Okay, so if you've ever had a muffaletta before, you know that what makes a muffaletta special is the little olive topping on it. So we're gonna make a little olive tapenade for our muffaletta sandwich. So I'm beginning with a half of a teaspoon of garlic cloves, a half of a teaspoon of oregano that's dried. We're gonna put a tablespoon of olive oil in here, and we're gonna have a nice hearty serving of olives that are all diced up. I'm gonna mix this together. Okay, so we have put the olive topping on top of our meat thins, and as you can see, there's more on this one than that one. This one is mine because olives are not Joe's favorite thing, but that's okay. I'm gonna load him up with meat and he's gonna be super, super happy. So to this, we're going to add some ham, some hard salami, and some sliced provolone. Now we're gonna put on the lids and we're gonna wrap them up nice and tight so they're ready to take along with us. And I'm gonna stick them in the oven at 350 degrees until they're good and melty.
This is so good.
Are you liking it?
It's really good. And the meat thins, it makes like a perfect bread for a sandwich, especially when you're on the go like this.
Yeah, because everybody always says that keto is not really portable, that it's hard to make hand foods. But like here we're driving and you've got a sandwich. Oh my goodness. Look at who is waiting for us at the end of this park trailer. It's a whole family of deer. They are so stinking cute. Hi, guys. You guys can sleep over. You can stay in our site. Well, we are on our way to Hollywood Studios. Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking lemon meringue keto chow because we always keep keto chow in the RV. Like there's two things that are always in the RV. Three things: canned chicken, packets of keto chow, and then in the freezer there are like 3 or 4 keto bricks. Like that, like it's the bug out stuff that like if we had to jump in and hook up in 10 minutes, we have some food with us.
Here's the issue. You didn't have any butter. I didn't see any butter packed. Like, what is the fat source in that keto chow?
Ready?
Yeah?
Powdered MCT oil powder from Perfect Keto.
For real?
Yeah, so we also keep MCT oil powder in there. So I put like 2 scoops or like 1.5 scoops of the vanilla MCT oil powder in this. So you're getting the fat because you do need at least 10 grams of fat to be able to absorb the vitamins. And so I'm getting a fat source with it. I'm getting some MCTs. I'm getting my keto chow, my electrolytes. It's perfect. And the vanilla has just enough creaminess to the lemon meringue. It makes it like amazing.
So we are here early waiting to get into Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you were a kid that grew up in the 70s, you had one desire in life, and that was to have your own lightsaber. Joe is going to fulfill that dream today by actually making a lightsaber, and the experience is going to be even more enhanced because our friend Sarah Franklin actually works here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and she works where they put the lightsabers together. So we have scheduled or reserved a time where we can do that while she is working to just enjoy celebrating community and also fulfilling a lifelong dream.
Don't judge me. I know I'm 52 years old and I want a lightsaber.
That's right.
But you know what? Even though I'm 52 years in years and I'm 52 years old in like my body, I don't feel 52.
Yeah.
And that to me is all that matters. So guess what? I'm gonna go make a lightsaber. I just want to say I'm gonna smoke here.
I love you so much, but I'm not afraid to kick your butt on this.
Let's see. Let's see.
Man, crushed under the weight of my own brilliance. You are one step closer, my friends.
Yes.
We are here to make your lightsaber.
Yep.
Have you decided, like, what is the thing going to be made out of?
Well, which one? I'm kind of back and forth between two different ones.
Because there's different styles.
Yeah, there's 4 different styles.
And I understand that we can actually videotape this entire experience.
I don't want to tape it though, because you can only get into this experience if you did a lightsaber, and I don't want to ruin it for somebody. I mean, that would kind of be like telling you an entire movie that you want to see but you haven't seen it yet.
So no spoiler alert.
I don't want to spoil it for somebody, so I don't want to film it. You're allowed to film it, and we actually filmed it when we got to visit, but I don't want to put that in the video because somebody may want to come do it, and I want them to really experience it for the first time for themselves.
So I did not realize that Joe actually scheduled for me to make a lightsaber as well. I would not have treated myself to a lightsaber, but I'm very, very excited. So I couldn't decide between which one to get. So when we were in line, and I'm just thinking it's for Joe, we've got to choose one or the other. And I liked the elemental side, and then I liked the protective, old school looking Luke Skywalker hilt. And so this way we don't have to choose. Joe is going elemental and I'm going old school, because you know how I roll.
So I know you wouldn't treat yourself.
No way.
You are a diehard Star Wars fan.
I love Star Wars.
You wanted to do it. So, like, I had a reservation. The day that we came with Sarah and Matt, I booked a reservation for you that day. So Matt knew about it back then, and he was laughing because he knew what I was doing.
Because when we first checked in, it was like Joe and a guest. And so I was like,
you can bring one guest who can watch it.
So I had no idea until it was time to pick the lightsaber, like, you know, equipment that I was going to get to do one day.
And I had Sarah in on it the whole time. She was telling all of the other cast members, hey, when they come up, don't indicate that they're getting 2 because it's a surprise for his wife. So everybody knew. And so as I was up here, like after we chose it, she's like, well, now what do I do? And I'm like, now it's okay.
Wow.
And so that's when she gave you your pin and stuff.
I love you.
Heading down that way. Make sure we're keeping going right this way, guys. Okay?
Journey, my friends, right this way. Come on in. Make sure you have those credentials filled out.
Right side. You're going to be right here. You're going to go ahead and you're going to put your credentials up top here.
Are you just a little excited?
Just a little.
This place is pretty cool.
This is my workstation where I build my lightsaber.
In a moment, you will begin building the hills, foundation of your lightsaber, your center of control, as well as the part that keeps your hands from being disintegrated, so it is quite important.
Alright. So when Kenny tells you to activate, you'll raise up. When he says deactivate, you'll lower down. Congratulations.
Look at this. I picked from the protection because, yeah, I love that. And I won't tell you yet what color jewel I picked. Is it going to be red, green, blue, or purple?
I'm going to ask you to leave your hilts on your stations and to step back for me. As far back as you can go, if you would. Some of you might know that in a traditional lightsaber build, a Jedi would typically use their own abilities and Force to stabilize their kyber crystals themselves, but due to the nature of the collective piece.
Much skill have you shown. Chosen for yourself, you have. Now, joined, you will be. It is time.
Master Yoda, indeed, it is time to take the next step. Builders, we have reached the final stage. The bond between lightsaber and builder is about to be forged. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to come forward, to place your hand on the hilt of your lightsaber, and then on my signal, we will activate them together. My friends, are you ready?
Yes.
And it is time. Come forward. Place your hands on your hilts and activate. Builders, raise your lightsabers like the Jedi and the Sith who have come before you. And like them, you too can change the galaxy. Remember, it only takes a spark. Very well done, my friends.
We have no footage of Joe interacting with his lightsaber because I I forgot what cameras were and videoing and everything. I forgot Joe. I could only think about my beautiful new lightsaber. But can you tell me, what did you pick, Joe?
Stormtroopers were interfering with our video, so we had to pause it. Look, he's still walking around talking. Anyway, so you can design it however you want. So you can really piece together like whatever pieces you want and come here and make a lot of different types of lightsabers. So I like this end handle here, kind of holds your hand on there. And I also like this because it's kind of like, you know, I don't know, primitive, like teeth hanging around your, you know, your neck or stuff. And then I really like this like protective badge. And then of course, I was going back and forth. I couldn't decide on the color, but you know, listen, I'm original Star Wars, like Star Wars New Hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so I ended up going with green, which you're not going to be able to see here in the sun, but yeah, green. I will say this is very well made. Look, like this is not a piece of plastic. It's heavy, it's metal. Like it's definitely not something to get with your kids and have them have lightsaber battles in the house. And it's really cool. And I would say, listen, I know it's like an expensive experience and you can't like go and actually see the show unless somebody is building. You can bring one person, but if you're a diehard Star Wars fan, it's kind of a cool thing. I mean, the thing that we have a lightsaber, like I'm gonna hang this on the wall in the studio. Do you feel like bad walking around with that lightsaber?
I feel so freaking awesome. Like I'm ready for the fight. Maybe that's why the stormtrooper kept flying around us, so to speak. He probably sensed that we were a threat.
So I know you said inside, but just in case it didn't come through, why red? Like you took like a Luke Skywalker type handle, but then put Darth Vader's color in it.
Yeah, let me let you take a closer look at my lightsaber. Okay, so whereas Joe went elemental, I went more protection. This is old school, and I like that because I'm old school.
You changed up all the colors.
I did. I changed up all of the colors because I felt like it represented different seasons of life. This is the one that's like throwback and totally scrap metal. Like, can we ever make anything good out of this again? And I love it because I feel like it really represents me. Because yeah, I've got a lot of different seasons of my life, but they're still going to be able to be used in a positive way. So I definitely wanted this right here because I liked it looking like a sword. And then I love this because there's suns all over it. I feel like, yeah, you know, even if you're fighting for good and you're trying to take back the power, which is why I chose the red stone. I don't think that you're going to be able to see it, but I will say it is red. Red is the power stone. And I know, very usually associated with Darth Vader, Darth Maul, like the bad guy. However, I think it's been really significant in my keto journey that I've been able to, in so many ways, take the power back. And now I feel like Too Crazy Ketos is all about helping other people take their power back. And so we're fighting for good. We thought we better put these guys in the car because I don't want to carry them around. They're glass, and I know they're not super just fragile, but they are breakable. So I don't want to take any chances with my lightsaber.
You know, years ago, not only would we have not brought it back to the car,
That's right.
we probably would have like either A, not done it because we were going to have to carry it.
Right.
Or B, if we were going to do it, we would have waited towards the end of the day because we didn't want to have to carry it all day. But there's no way we were going to walk like the mile from the back of the park to the car and then go back inside again.
And go back inside. But Tower of Terror is waiting for me to ride it. So continuing our series on where's the best place to eat if you're in Disney World and you're on keto. Today we are at Hollywood Studios eating at a very special place. We are at Hollywood Studios, Hollywood and Dine, and we're here for a very special meal at Minnies Halloween Dine. I am so excited. This is a character dining experience like we did over at Animal Kingdom, but it's themed especially for the Halloween season that we're in right now. This place is amazing. Right away, they snagged me with a beautiful salad bar that had lots of meat options on it, and also salmon, roasted chicken. They have peel and eat shrimp, lots of carving stations, even pork that's sliced up, and also some chunks of stew beef. This place looks amazing.
So I'm going to start off with a little bit of a Caesar salad, feta cheese, some cucumber chicken on it. I got some beef, Brussels sprouts, chicken, and shrimp.
Oh, and look who's behind you, Joe. Oh my goodness, it is Goofy. I think he is all dressed up to be a cowboy this Halloween, looking fantastic with his bone gloves. So stinking cute.
How are you? Oh my goodness.
So stinking excited. Pluto is here. Are you ready? Oh my goodness, he's got a bat. He is all ready for Halloween as well. Gonna go trick-or-treating. Keep everybody safe together. I love that. Oh my gracious.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are the meat here is so tender and amazing. Like all of the meats that's on the carving station, really, really good. So good, in fact, that the bit of salad that I got, I'm going to pick the egg off the top of it, and then I'm just going back for more meat. Well, it's round 2, and I got to tell you, everything's delicious. You notice that I just kind of went all meat this round, but there was so much delicious like salmon and shrimp. Now this time turkey.
Oh wow, where'd they get the turkey?
The turkey is on the other side because Joe told me like 50 times.
That's what the guy said.
Completely mirrored on the other side, except for one side's got roast beef and the other side has turkey. Don't you look so beautiful, baby? Look at this dress. Oh my gosh, so beautiful, decked out for Halloween. Oh, I've got my bacon and eggs on. We're eating here at your beautiful diner. Can I get my picture with you? It's a good thing Mickey's not an actual vampire. I'd be a vampire right now. Don't you look super cool? Check out these fly shoes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Mickey is decked out. Even spider buttons, the whole thing. Wow. Looking awesome, Mickey.
So for me, my second plate's going to be more of these Brussels sprouts because they're really good. Some chicken, turkey, some of the sliced beef, and some pork. And then also I get these butter chips and I put a bunch of butter on all of my food. You need to try these Brussels sprouts because they're really interesting. They have like a spice to them.
These are really flavorful.
Yeah, they've got, it's almost like a clove spice or something in it.
It really does.
I forgot to mention that Rachel is like speaking so highly of it. Even I am gonna eat the salmon. Oh, it's good.
Very moist.
And it's tender, it's moist, and it doesn't taste like fish. You're enjoying that shrimp.
All about the shrimp.
Okay, last plate. I'm having some more of this beef stew meat because it's really, really good. I'm having some broccoli. I'm having some more of that turkey. And then they have this pork loin, and it's in a mustard sauce, which is really, really good. So I took the mustard sauce from the pork loin, and I put it on top of the turkey. That's going to be really good. The cucumber salad's also really good. And then I grabbed a couple little pieces of squash. So Rachel first saw us, she's like, "Are you eating sweet potato?" I'm like, "Nope, it's actually squash." And listen, is squash a higher in carb thing? Yes, but having a few pieces, it's like having some pumpkin or something like that. It's not going to hurt me. It's still a whole food, and I'm not eating an entire squash every single day. Okay, I see you did what I did. I was going to give you a piece of mine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this right down there, because everybody always raves about
Macaroni and cheese.
macaroni and cheese in Disney.
But all I want is the shrimp and the bacon out of it.
But you're going to get it, listen, the cheese sauce. I can see why people are raving about it.
It's very cheesy.
So I did the same thing. I pulled like 2 pieces of bacon and 2 shrimp just to, I want to taste it, but I don't want to eat the macaroni. But it kind of gives me an idea. I wonder if we could make like just a bacon and shrimp macaroni and cheese with no macaroni.
Oh, yes, let's do that.
How was dinner? Lunch? Linner? Is that what we call
It was-
Linner? Is it
yeah,
Linner?
It was all the things. It was delicious. We're finishing up with some coffee.
Because it's included with your food.
Totally included. All the beverages included. If you want a Diet Coke, you want water, you want coffee, included. And they brought us some heavy cream. Not half and half, heavy cream, which I really appreciate them finding. So it's been a delicious afternoon here. I love having the characters around. But I gotta tell you, even better than the characters is that food on that bar. I thought it was incredible. Even better than the one that we ate at Animal Kingdom, and that was hard to beat.
Are you having trouble keeping up?
Oh my gosh, you gotta walk slow, okay? It's afternoon, the heat, and we just like ate a barn back there. So we're going to the Runaway Railway Show that I used to have very strong feelings that they replaced the old movie ride that they used to have
The
here. The
great movie ride.
It was so good. We loved it. However, once I stopped being upset that they ever renovated a movie I remember from my childhood, I love this. I love this ride. This ride is all about how you start out a day and you're planning for one thing.
Yep.
And maybe some obstacles will come your way. Will you pivot with the obstacles, and will you choose to enjoy the journey no matter what?
So, thoughts on Hollywood and Vine?
Wow. First of all, I never even really realized that restaurant was there. You're always thinking about the Brown Derby.
Yeah.
You're thinking about
That's actually right behind us.
right behind us, the sci-fi movie experience. There's another like diner experience that's here. So you kind of associate that with nice dining in Hollywood studios. That's the place to go.
It is.
Absolutely the place to go.
I am really starting to like lean towards the best value in any of the Disney parks is the what they call all you care to enjoy restaurants.
Right.
Because yes, it's a little bit more expensive. You know, if you go to one that's not a character one, it's like $40.
Right.
If you go to a character one, it's $60. But if you have an annual pass, you do get a significant discount on it. So that's always a good thing. But let's just split the difference, say $50. If we go to a Brazilian steakhouse, it's like $55. And you still have to get your like soda, coffee, whatever. Here, $50, so between $40 to $60. It includes all of your drinks. It includes, if you're going to the character one, But you can sit there as long as you want. You can enjoy the air conditioning.
No rush.
And when you walk around and go to the different restaurants, whether it be sit-down restaurants like the Brown Derby behind us, or you go to like one of the, like fast places that have burgers and stuff, you're going to spend like, by the time you buy a drink, like $25 a person. I mean, and you're still going to be full afterwards.
Well, and this really has something for everybody. So if somebody was wanting a salad, somebody was wanting chicken, somebody was wanting beef.
Somebody's not keto.
Somebody's not keto, somebody was wanting a dessert. It's your all-stop shop for everybody.
The key is to say, I'm going to come to the park. If I'm going to eat once. And especially if you're keto, that's easy, right? Just, you're going to OMAD that day. Or OMAD while you're here, and then maybe you want to get something later on. Like, we're eating at 3 o'clock. That's going to be a little tip that we're learning now. If you go to one of these character premiere places, go between 2 and 4 o'clock. It's not as busy, and you can see the characters a lot more. I mean, they came to our table like several times each, and we had a good set of characters. We did. Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Pluto.
Just like we did when we were. Oh no, that was Daisy. Was that the other one?
And Donald.
But no, it was Daisy and Mickey. Was there Donald?
There was
Donald.
Yes.
Okay.
And Goofy.
Yes.
We had 4.
and then another Goofy, which is me. But yeah, there was a nice variety of characters, and you are allowed to park hop if you have an annual pass starting at 2 o'clock.
Right.
So you've immediately
going to eat at 2:30.
Got a distraction because people are changing parks. The people who have dug in for the day, it's the heat of the day. and they're in line for things. This is the time when you kind of want to tap out a little bit. So you've missed the lunch crowd, you've missed the dinner crowd, and you've also missed the crowd that's changing parks. So it was really the perfect time.
And now it's still early enough that you can walk around all the food that you just ate and
Right.
not feel like I'm going back to my hotel and
With a
being
lump
stuffed.
in my stomach.
Like a lot of times we leave a park and we go to the Brazilian steakhouse and we're eating, we're getting back to the hotel room or the RV at 8 o'clock at night and go, "Bleh," you
Right.
know? Now, like, I feel like we can walk off some of that. It's always good to, like, take a walk after you eat, especially if you're going to go to an all-you-can-eat place. But, I don't know, would you say that the best value in Hollywood Studios is Hollywood and Vine?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because here's the thing, I even thought about maybe we will park hop, go to Epcot, and
Yeah,
we
I
would,
had different plans that she didn't know
I
about.
had no idea, but I was thinking, well, maybe we'll just pick a few things from the Food and Wine Festival to say we participated. But I was already looking at what are the things I'm going to have to take away
Yeah.
in order to get it. And I think if we had just a handful of things over at the Food and Wine Festival, we'd actually be paying more.
You were talking about Food and Wine Festival coming up and like, oh, we should go there and show that as Epcot. But it's like $12, $14 and you get
Per
like,
plate.
and it's tiny. Like it's like eating like, 2 mozzarella sticks. And that's,
Yeah.
I'd rather go to one of the all-you-can-eat places there. In the end, I think you're going to get 3 times more food for half the price. So
Yeah.
it's just coming down to that's what we're finding. But we're going to try all the different ones. And as we do each one, obviously not today, but as we make each one, we'll make a video on it. So since we already went on pretty much everything at Hollywood Studios, we wanted to keep walking off for dinner. So in typical Joe and Rachel, like, let's do something crazy. We're running over to Magic Kingdom to get on Haunted Mansion, only it is 5:14 and the park closes at 6 o'clock.
Let's be honest, we want a sneak peek at what's going on at the not so spooky Mickey's Halloween.
Because we're not going to that.
We're not going to that, but everybody's out in costume because it's going to happen in just like 2 hours from now.
Right.
So I just want to see all the adorable costumes. And also think about, what do we want to be for Halloween, Joe?
Well, here's my thing. Again, you think about things that we would not have done pre-keto. There is no way we would have done all of this walking to go on one ride and then get kicked out of the park.
More than 7 miles already. I lost my dive buddy for a minute there.
What happened? I
I
turned
was
around,
trying
you're
to
gone.
go around somebody that was like, you know how you're just like, oh, I just want to change lanes, but we're people and not cars. So I was just trying to pivot, and I think I was like, come on, Joe, let's make a fast getaway, and you did not pick up on that.
Actually, I made a pivot. I just pivoted the other
Other
way
way.
and did make the right decision because I was ahead of you.
We did arrive at the same place at roughly the same time, so there's a lesson in there somewhere.
So when we go diving, we talk about, like, don't leave your dive buddy. And when you go drift diving, you have a flag. And they say the flag bearer is never lost. Guess who's always the flag bearer?
There you go, because you always right. That's how you guarantee you're always right.
You seriously need a map for Disney World?
I love a paper map. Who out there also enjoys holding the old-fashioned paper map when you're going through an amusement park?
You know there's an app now?
That would be
And
me.
the app, you can say, where do you want to go? And you say it, and it actually uses GPS to take you there. And you don't have to pull out a paper map.
I'm still reading paper books like a chumpio, so there's that.
So we did it. We got to Haunted Mansion.
And we were so fast after Haunted Mansion that we actually got 2 rides in. We rode It's a Small World. Talk about like extremes. Haunted Mansion and then like little kid ride. 1, 2, bang, bang.
And we just hit 10 miles.
Woohoo!
So 10 miles at the park.
Lots of fun.
I'm pretty excited about that. And it's only about 6:30. So now we can go back and just kind of relax at the campground and get ready because tomorrow we're having a meetup. And we're going to have, it's a pool party, right?
It's a pool party, baby.
Let's get this sunshine like behind us this way. Go this way. So
This? Oh, no.
there we go.
Okay,
Just
I'm
like
fine.
that.
It's all right, though. It's totally fine.
That's okay because we're going to end the video because we're going to go back and just relax, right?
Okay.
So if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos. We have linked right over here. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent video that I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time the sun's going down, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time.
Bye.